Hi there. Who wants to talk about frequency today? So sometimes when I talk about frequency, the woo-woo people are like, yeah, let's hear it. And the scientific people are like, ugh. But then when I talk about frequency, what it actually is the oscillation of a vibration within a specific vector of time. The woo-woo people are like, ah, but good news, we can all be best friends because it all says the same thing. You know, I started out my journey with a little bit more of the woo-woo 30 years ago, and with an insane obsession of trying to know, how did it work? I want to teach this to other people. And I was in a corporate arena, so I didn't want to do the woo-woo. Found out science proves the same thing. Science has kind of ended right now, where as far as it can take us, still love it, but now I'm into the metaphysics, which is above physics. So just because it's not provable doesn't mean it's not accurate. So today I want to talk to you about what I find to be 5 of the very best frequency raisers. You know, that doesn't sound right, raisers, but listen, it's all about your frequency. Money is a frequency. You're a frequency. My cat's a frequency. Everything's a frequency. If you don't have what you want in your life right now, it's because you are not vibrating at the frequency of the thing you want. Super easy when you really grasp it. And listen, I've read thousands of books. I have spent tens of thousands, probably way more, but in case my husband sees this video, of dollars on top mentors and coaching programs. And here's a little learning lesson for us. Some of them have been like, are you kidding? I paid that much for this. Either I already knew it, or it was just so like nothing. It did nothing for me. But instead of getting mad, demanding my money back, complaining, which would put me in a low frequency, I took it as a learning experience. Oh, maybe I don't need as much coaching as I think anymore. Maybe, you know, I need to check out people's criteria and their credentials better, right? Because if I let myself go down, and this is for you, if I let myself go down to a lower frequency, I'm never going to get the frequency of the things I want. Okay, super important learning here. All right, so I'm going to tell you these 5 things, and I promise you, I've done so much research on this. I'm telling you the truth, and it doesn't matter. I know that I have people that follow me that are in business and people who are not in business. So it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. These 5 things can absolutely help raise your frequency. The first one is metacreating. Now, if you haven't read my books and don't know my work, it's okay. It's really as simple as imagining what you want when you're in a relaxed brainwave. That's the key to metacreation, is you've got to be in a relaxed brainwave and you've got to get your emotions up. So that's number 1, metacreation. Number 2 is journaling. And we use journaling in a variety of ways. We can use journaling to script out our ideal day, to write affirmations, to just talk about all the good things that are coming in our life in a way that gets us excited. Remember, frequency is always going to be congruent with your emotions. Always, right? Number 3, laughing. Laughing is the best medicine. Gosh, there's so many people who have healed literally incurable diseases through laughing. And why not make it even twice as fun and laugh with friends? I know that when my daughter and I, my oldest daughter and I just got back seeing my youngest daughter in LA for a weekend, and we laugh so hard all the time. Both girls are mothers of young kids now and in their 30s, and it doesn't matter. Across time or space, whenever we're together, we crack up all the time. Laughing is such good medicine, and it raises your frequency so much. Number 4, plan an adventure. Maybe it's you're going on a trip. Maybe it's a house that you're buying or a new car. Listen, if you're sitting in your desk and at your desk and you're bored and you're like, oh, this week is dragging on and on, move that energy. What's something you have to look forward to? You know, you can plan a trip and it could be for 2 years away, but just getting in the vibration and the frequency of planning that trip will raise your frequency. And that's the name of the game here. And number 5 is something I call magnetizing affirmations. And I find them a lot more effective than affirmations. In my coaching programs, I provide a group of them, but I want to train people to do it themselves. So I'm just going to tell you how to do it, right? You don't have to have me to help you. It's recording, or even just saying when you're looking in the mirror or driving, affirmations that make you feel so good. For example, you could start a sentence saying, wouldn't it be wonderful if? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I had all the clients I wanted? And wouldn't it be wonderful if these clients just loved and appreciated me? And wouldn't it be wonderful if I had so much money just raining down, around me? Or you could do, I would just love it if. And isn't it great that? So magnetization affirmations are just you using your voice, your words. Like I said, you can listen to a recording as well, but I really want to teach people to use their own words, because that's where the power is, right? Your voice is a frequency as well. Raise your energetic frequency, then you raise the whole frequency of your whole biofield. And that's what you want to do. Okay. So those are the 5 ways where anyone who's in neutral can take themselves to a higher vibration. But wait, here's the challenge. A lot of people are not in neutral. A lot of people are in a lower, denser, stressed out frequency. And this is where, in my opinion, the personal development field, the self-help hamster wheel, has really gone awry, because everything tells us the things I just told you to do, they work, but not if you're over here. So if you're over here and you're paying, another $500, another $5,000 for a program, and it's giving you all these tools, and you're like, I'm doing them, but it's not working. I'm going to tell you why. Number 1, you can't go from survival, which is, your central nervous system is all, you can't go from contraction to expansion that quickly. You've got to get to neutral. You've got to get to middle ground first. And most books on manifestation, most books, most coaching programs, most coaches, most teachers are always telling you how to focus on the high frequency. But they're not accounting for people who, through time and trauma and stress and, oh my God, everything going on in the world, they're not at that level yet. And if you're not at that level yet, you'll find when you do these 5 things that I just, gave to you, it may take you a little higher, and that's good, a little higher. But if you haven't cleared this stuff up over here, it's not going to take you up here. And your frequency up here is where all the good stuff is. So one of the things that I've incorporated in all my coaching is helping people get out of survival mode, get out of stress mode, because it is a 3-part thing. It is unblock, expand, and act, right? Nothing happens unless something moves. But when you're in a state of expansion, acting, whether it's calling clients or planning a new website, it comes easy because you're expanded. The problem is that a lot of people are in the stressed out survival mode, and they're trying to act, skipping expansion. And what are they getting? More of what they've continued to get in the past. So the goal is to recognize if you're over here in a lower vibration, in what I call contraction, you've got to raise that energy and get it to neutral. And how do we do that? We do that by opening up, physically opening up. We do that by getting trauma out of our body. We use different methods, and we get the healing, both physically and emotionally, that needs to happen. And believe me, I'm not all about, let's spend 10 years in therapy. That's not how I roll. But there are ways that we get it out. And you don't need me to do it. You can read books and you can learn on your own, but trauma gets frozen in your body. And if you don't think that all the bad things that have happened to you in your life, and they don't have to be big, capital T traumas, like horrible traumas, although I know a lot of people have had them, but even mild traumas, like, feeling abandoned when your parents got divorced, or having a parent that compared you to a sibling, even those smaller traumas, that gets blocked in our energy field. And that's a frequency. And the flow of energy in and out of our body, remember, we're using this flow of energy to attract what we want. It's going to get stopped up. So we've got to get that out. So if you have tried all the manifestation techniques and they haven't worked for you, even doing these 5 steps that I'm advising, please consider getting to a position of neutrality, getting that stuff out of your body, energetically, emotionally, doing that kind of healing work. Because I'm telling you, when we start changing our self-limiting beliefs and we unblock our energy and then we apply the manifestation techniques, woohoo, you're going to be taking action with such ease and such flow and such enjoyment. that everything's just going to unfold in front of you. That is my promise to you. So if you're interested in talking to me about coaching or any of my classes, just give me a comment below, send me a private message, and we will talk. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching.